Hi, my name is Antonio Gastelum. I'm a partner at MEG International Council with offices in San Diego and Houston. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the resident aliens that may be subject to deportation for filing false tax returns. Join us. The Supreme Court of the United States has confirmed that resident aliens, even those that have obtained their green card, are subject to deportation for filing false tax returns. According to the highest court in the land, the filing of a false tax return by a resident alien is an aggravated felony subject to deportation when the U.S. government's revenue loss exceeds $10,000. In Kawashima v. Holder, the Kawashima spouses were citizens of Japan and resident aliens of the state of California. They signed and filed a tax return in the name of a corporation through which they operated a restaurant in the state. In 1992, Mr. Kawashima signed and filed a false tax return for 1991 that had been completed with the help of his wife. In 1997, the Kawashimas were declared guilty, and it was determined that the loss to the United States government, including fines, interest, and other charges, added to a little more than $245,000, which were paid by the Kawashimas in due course. However, in 2001, the INS, or the Immigration and Naturalization Services, as it was known back in the day, informed the Kawashimas that because the crime committed by them was considered an aggravated felony for filing a tax return, they had lost their permanent residence and green card and therefore had to leave the country. As a consequence, a series of cases was initiated that concluded with this verdict of the Supreme Court of the United States. Regardless of how a resident alien files his or her tax returns, and that it's wrong to falsify such tax returns, this case also shows how important it is for permanent residents to try to obtain their U.S. citizenship as soon as possible. Because any type of problem, such as an innocent DUI violation, having a couple of beers in your house or in a restaurant and then getting in your car and driving, or driving a motorcycle, heck, even including being on a weekend in your house after lunch or in the afternoon with your kids, getting on a bicycle in a public road, and after having drank some alcohol, then if you get stopped by a police officer, you may be subject to a DUI. You may get arrested and taken to jail. So you need to be careful about this, and when you do this, then you're obviously subject to deportation afterwards. So that, the DUI, maybe being negligent in a car accident, or getting in other sort of trouble may get you deported. So sometimes even the misuse of abuse of government privileges, such as having your global entry card or your Sentry card to get in and out of the country, may get you ultimately deported. So that is the reason why, as soon as you get your permanent residence, you should seek your change of status and become a U.S. citizen. So you need to go see your immigration attorney, because otherwise you'd be subject to deportation in case you make a mistake. It's nothing that it may be an intended consequence or an intended a situation where you intended to cause trouble, but it may be just innocently made. So it's important that you do go see your immigration attorneys to get your change of status as soon as possible. Right? So that's it for today. Thank you for joining us, and hope you join us in the next video. Thank you.